Hi. Hi, my name is Jan Patterson, and I will be doing 4 summaries on the book Seven Habits of a Successful Team by Sean Covey. My first summary is of chapter number 5. Begin with the end in mind. Don't let others control you. Discover things about yourself and your life choices. Crossroads may happen, but that should not make you. You panic, don't panic. Do the opposite and think rationally. Always have a personal accomplishment because they'll make your life better. Now, the 10 things that stood out to me in this chapter were: have a blueprint, always feel positive about your decisions, don't let don't get frustrated easily, realize you're going to have crossroads, but you can make it over them. Have a personal mission set in mind. Do not be labeled. Count your causes. Respect others and yourself. Be loyal to your spouse and your friends. Be a good speaker, but an even better listener. And this stood out to me because everything in this chapter pretty much is about everyday life. And you can't go in everyday life without having a plan. Something is planned, whether it's school or just a regular day going to visit somebody or having to get your nails done. Even it's a plan and it's for yourself, and it's also a mission that you're going to accomplish, whether it's not important or very important to you. It's something that you're going to get done. The next chapter that I'm going to summarize is chapter 6, put first things first. My summary was: obstacles are real, but don't let them knock you off your square. Be a prioritizer, and everything should be done in a timely manner. And from the most important to the least, always have priorities. You have them lined up the right way. You don't want to get confused and caught up in the wrong thing because it'll waste your time. Procrastinating causes anxiety and stress, which messes with your health. You have to be able to control yourself, whether it's anger, stress, if it's whether it's anger, stress, or you're nervous. You have to be able to control yourself, and your performance has to be high at all times. Do everything in the spirit of excellence. The 10 things The 10 things that stood out to me the most in this chapter was: have control. You always have to have control of yourself, your surroundings. And I know you can't control everything that happens in life, but you can control most things that you are active in, that you have a part in. The second thing that stood out to me is: make it a point to have a planner. Always have plans. Never go a day without having a plan or something that you need to do. Like factories and stuff, they have a certain amount of product that they have to have produced or by the end of the day or by the end of the shift. Always have something like that in mind, whether it's just waking up in the morning and reading for a couple of hours. Always have something successful to do. Have time for last minute emergencies. You cannot plan your day. You cannot be a slacker or a procrastinator, because procrastinators do not have room for mistakes. If you cannot have a room for mistake, your schedule is too tight and you need to reprioritize what's important to you and what's not important to you, because anytime you can't have space for emergencies, all your whole schedule is going to get pushed back, and then you're going to be late and behind, and that's just a lot of mess. Don't overwhelm yourself. You can't have too much to do in one day. If you do overwhelm yourself, it's going to be very hard to get back on track with everything else, because you can't. It's no way possible to start time over or get that time back. And overwhelming causes a lot of stress also. Plan by the week. Don't plan too much, but enough, just enough. If you feel like you can't sleep and you're up doing things at a time that you wouldn't be up, you are doing too much. You're planning too much, and that'll cause hectic. That'll be hectic. Book your big rocks and get the little rocks done in between. Always do what's important first. The little things can wait, especially if it's just something that pleases you. You always can have time for that later instead of trying to get it done right then, because you don't have to have everything. Now, what you need is different from what you want, but always plan your big rocks. If you have time to do the little things, go ahead and fit them in, but don't try to push them in there. Don't try to make room for them. Always just know that you can have any. If it's just extra time, just use it. Have a courage zone. Comfort zones keep you boxed in. Okay, the difference between comfort zones and courage zones. I feel like comfort zones, you get too comfortable, you get used to it, it's the same thing, and by the time you have it mastered, it's going to be something new. So you have to always step out of your comfort zone. You can't stay in one zone. It's going to get old, and your story's going to get old. You're going to get tired of it. So you have to have a point where you get courageous enough to do something else, something bigger, something more important. Don't stay boxed in. 8, never let your fear make decisions. Don't make decisions in fear. It's the worst decisions to make. Like, if you see a dog, if the dog is out the cage, it's barking at you. If you run, of course, it's gonna chase you. Don't come out of fear. Rational thing to do. The rational thing to do in a thing like that is get to the closest house. Now, don't run because it's gonna chase you, but calm yourself. Try to get to the closest house. If it's running up on you, you have a weapon. Use it. Our doubts are traitors. Our doubts are traitors. So, anytime you doubt yourself, you're saying that you can't do something. I used to hear my mama say, "The word can't makes you weak." So, when you say you can't, in reality, you're taking down your own self-esteem. It's no reason to say you can't do something. Now, you may have trouble doing it, but it's always a way to do something. Everything is possible. Resist peer pressure. Don't fall under pressure over your friends. Your friends and you are the same age. Lifespan, y'all might have different experiences, but y'all don't have much experience. Don't fall under it. Resist it. It's not worth it. Half the time, your friend doesn't even know what they're talking about. They heard a story from their cousin, which is probably the same age, or one of their friends. So always think for yourself. Peer pressure isn't worth it. Next, I'm doing chapter 7, the relationship bank accounts. Your private victory will help you become more independent. Be responsible for yourself and your own destiny. Have a relationship bank account, and it will build your trust and confidence that you have in yourself. Give out compliments. Always see positiveness in people or a person. Don't break promises. It'll put you in debt in your relationship bank account. Be loyal to everyone. Being fake is negative. You can hurt a lot of people and yourself. Admit it when you're wrong. Always have respect enough to let someone know you were wrong. That was my summary. Now, the 10 things that I got out of there is kind words. One kind word can warm a winter month. Of course, that's a figure of speech. That's not really a true statement. But what it's saying is, saying something positive to somebody can make them feel more, it'll have more of an effect on them, a better effect on them than saying anything negative. Negative things come and go. People will get over it faster. But positive words, when people hear words of encouragement, it always helps them live better pretty much. Like their esteem, it can